Okay, good. I think we have a critical mass and still more people are joining. So welcome again to all of you. I'm very happy to welcome you to our feature flash. First of all, yeah, Happy New Year. We're getting to the end of January, so we're a little bit late. But yeah, I hope that we're going to have a rocking year for all of you. We were very pleased with MobieTrain. If we look back to 2021, which was a year where we had yeah, great growth, a lot of fantastic traction with a lot of new clients that came on board. And we're really looking forward to 2022, which looks very promising. And of course, with that growth, we also want to keep developing and advance our product and our solution. And that's why we're happy to give you today a little sneak peek with Willy, our CTO, who will present himself in a second. And of course, if you have questions or you have extra points, you can do it during the session via the chat, or also afterwards, of course, via your customer success manager or other people. Feel free to reach out if something is not clear or you have other points to mention. So I hope you're going to have a very nice session, and good luck. Kristof, feel free to jump into the demo.
Okay, perfect. As Willy said, let's make the final part of the call a bit more practical. We will do the same setup as I basically did in the last feature calls, where I showed the live demo of this tool. But before we do that, perhaps a small intro of this feature. As Willy said, already a tremendous part of work has been done on the backend as well for this feature. Real coding, adjusting connections between components, all those real technical stuff. On the front end, so basically what you as admins or end users will see, it is less complex. And reason why we did that is we tried to make sure that the system will actually transform the images that you upload and will make sure that they fit the correct place in the good size, in the good dimensions, and all those aspect ratios. If I show you the image that we will use, I will quit this presentation. Okay, you see here that I have two images. The first one is an image, I'll open it already. It's of high quality, as you can see. I can zoom in, you see a cherry tomato, you see even the hairs on the stem of the cherry tomato. So it is of very good quality. Also, when we look at the size, it's already 2.5 megabytes. That's already the first change that we made. If you remember, before you had a limitation of 700 kilobytes on image that you could upload. At this point, you can actually upload images up to 50 megabytes per image. So that's why you can already upload very high quality images, and they will also show very nice in the application. The second image that I will show is, I'll open this one. It's also about pasta. As you still remember, my demo account is about pasta. This is a vertical image. In the past, you were always obliged to basically upload a rectangle, and you were very limited in what to show and how to show it. At this point, you can actually upload as well your vertical images. And you can even go that far that you can basically cut out whatever you want. So we also adjusted our cutout tool that you can do whatever you want with your image. You can focus on one part, you can really zoom in, you can take a certain part out of the image. It's all possible now with the free cutout tool. How this looks like is, let me open the application. We have it here. Let me go back. So I put the image already on our featured path, as you can see here. Quality is already much better as we had before. You see also here the small hairs on the cherry tomato if you zoom in. So the quality is much better as what we had before. Also, the blending in is already adjusted a bit as well. So the layovers is much better. It blends in into the full application, as you can see here. If you then go down to the actual tile, you see as well that the full image is there. It's as well of high quality. So quality-wise, you directly see already the first adjustments. If you then go into the path, and I open a learning path, you see here that we can actually allow now to, as I said, have a free cutout tool and basically zoom in on certain parts of the image. And you directly see as well that its image now is already much bigger as what we had before. the rectangle size is now already a bigger rectangle as what we had. So you are more free to basically do with your image what you want and show what you want on the learning paths. If I go to the next one, this is now the vertical image. The image is much better. You need to scroll. That's a bit the downside of it, but at least you can show the full image of what you want to represent. If we continue, you see here one of our question formats, the multiple choice question format. What I wanted to show you here is that you can basically decide, do I want to show the full image or do I want to zoom in on a specific part? We will always maintain the same structures here because otherwise it will not look nice. So there are still certain formats within our application that we keep with the rectangles because otherwise the sizes will be different. You will have on the left side a very long image, on the right side a narrow image, and then it doesn't look nice and the user experience is fully lost. So that's why on certain parts of the application, we allow you to do whatever you want. On other parts of the application, it is still restricted, but you are still free to zoom in as you see on the right side and to show the full image on the left side. Let me indicate one. Okay, let's continue. What we also did is pictures with text. That was also a question that we got a lot, is we want to show certain pictures with text, or we want to show an explanation of a system. So we can do it now as well. As you can see here, this is basically an image with a lot of text on it. As you can see already, it's fully readable. This is also the rectangle image so that you can see as well that it's fully on the screen. And what you can do as well is, that's on the next slide, you can also zoom in on a certain part of that image. And then even with the enlargement glass, you can click on it and go even fully zoomed in if you want. So those flexibilities are also there. If it is indeed a very complex image with a lot of details on it, the user can still zoom in and look at all the details of the image. Okay, perfect. And how does this work now in the CMS? That's my last part. So I already have a demo track open here, as you can see. Let's start with the avatar. Let's take the spaghetti one, as you saw. You see here that we already have the image tool. It's fully customizable, so you can actually change whatever you want. If you only want to do the tomato, you can take the tomato and only the tomato will be visible. You upload it and it is there. The upload speed, this is now going very fast because we took a small part of it, but try to remember, if you upload images of 50 megabytes, the upload speed will be a bit lower, because it are very high quality images. That's still something we see how we can change it, but normally you will not see anything about it, but it might be a downside if you see that. If you then go into an actual learning moment and a text slide, and I'm uploading here, let's take the big pasta photo, then you see that you can just basically select whatever you want. If you want to have the full image, you can do that. You can even go wild and saying, I only want to have a banner like this. It will show that only this banner in the middle of a learning path as well. So we're giving the flexibility to you, but it's still, you need to make sure that you still make nice content for your users as well. So a bit of logical sense is still needed, but if you use it, you can actually create very nice things now with our image handling tool. If you then go into the formats, this is where I showed you before. You can do the full image if you want. As you can see here, this is now uploading the full image. Okay, there it is. And then, as I said, you can really zoom in again on this part and only show the tomato. This is now cut out, but in the system, it will then be fitted within the rectangle to make sure that those two images have the same dimensions to be shown next to each other. As I said, we do this to prevent to have very strange images next to each other so that the layout is still there and that the user has a nice user experience on all the different screens that they will see. So as I said in the beginning, a lot of work has been done on the back end. because a lot of complexity needed to be created to make this happen. But on the front end, it is less complex for you guys because the system will basically handle most of the parts. You just need to make sure that you have nice pictures. As you can see, when I go back to the front end, as you can see here in my demo account, everything blends in nicely. So you need to find your pictures as well. The system only works if you basically have nice images. If you make a nice whole of everything, as you can see in this account, you need to make a certain structure of everything, and then all will blend in nicely and the user will have a nice experience. So that's also a takeaway for this call. I think the system can do a lot, but on the admin side, you also need to think about your images, about the quality of the images, and about the whole that you want to create for your users. And on that point, I think I want to close the call on my side at least. Not sure if there are questions about image handling. If there are, let me know.
No, I don't see extra questions. Then I think we're also getting to the end of everything that we wanted to discuss for today. So thank you very much, Kristof. Thank you very much, Willy, and everybody that was here. We had a lot of people. Everything is recorded. It will be sent afterwards. And as mentioned, if you have extra questions, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager, and we take it from there. So thank you very much, and have a great rest of the day and end of the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.